For any book to claim that it is a revelation from Almighty God, it should stand the test of time. In the field of oceanology, the glorious Quran says in Surah Furqan, chapter 25, verse number 53, that it is Allah who has let free two bodies of flowing water, one sweet and palatable, the other salt and bitter. Though they meet, they do not mix. Between them there is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed. Quran says in Surah Rahman, chapter 55, verse number 19 and 20, مَرَجَ الْبَحْرَيْنِ يَلْتَقِيَانِ بَيْنَهُمَا بَرْزَخٌ لَا يَبْغِيَانِ. It is Allah who has let free two bodies of flowing water. Though they meet, they do not mix. Between them there is a barrier which is forbidden to be trespassed. Previously the commentators of the Quran wondered, what does the Quran mean? We know about sweet and salt water, but between them there is a barrier. Though they meet, do not mix. Today, after advancement of oceanology, we have come to know that whenever one type of water flows into the other type of water, it loses its constituents and gets homogenized into the water it flows. There is a slanting, homogenizing area which the Quran refers to as barzakh, unseen barrier.
Peace of Christ to all. Let us not to waste time and show you how Muslims lies. I will play what he said again, especially about unseen barrier. Listen carefully about unseen barrier.
One type of water flows into the other type of water, it loses its constituents and gets homogenized into the water it flows. There is a slanting, homogenizing area which the Quran refers to as barzakh, unseen barrier.
Now let us show you that all this miracle is just a big fat lie, one of the lies Muslims they say to us always. Very simple, very easy from their books. This is Ibn Kathir. It's not me who is going to explain. I have the two verses in front of me. Those are all the explanations we can get from Muslims in English. I will use them to show you how Muslims do lie. Now, we heard him saying that the scientists today, they found that there is unseen barrier, which means the water, when the fresh water go inside the salty water, they don't mix with each other. And the Quran is teaching us there is unseen barrier. And now the scientists, they discover that when the Quran was not saying that at all. And let us expose this liar. The word barzakh, and this is not me saying that, this is the website of Ibn Kathir. This is their Islamic scholar, and you will see what the word barzakh mean in here, just to expose their lie about unseen barrier. It's not water not mixing with water because they are touching each other and they cannot mix. No, because there is a barrier. Read with me. And he has set a barrier and complete partitions between them, meaning, read with me please, between the sweet water and the salty water. Barzakhan, what the word barzakhan mean? He translated as unseen barrier. Let us expose this liar. A barrier mean a partition which is a dry land. Barzakh only come as a dry land. You see how they lie? You know, honestly, I never ever saw a Muslim is honest. Barzakh is a dry land. So between the salty water, simply the Quran is not saying any miracle. It's just an ignorant book saying to us, don't you see how Allah separate between the river and the salty water? How? By dry land. The Muslims, they want to make it a miracle, say they go inside and they don't mix. How we don't mix? Because there is a dry land. This is what it's not about fresh water and salty water going inside each other and not mix. You know, Muslims, I feel sorry for them. Now, we will see another mistake in here. He's saying he has let those two seas meeting together. Between them is a barrier. So they are not meeting. As long as there is a barrier, they are not meeting. And as long this barrier is a piece of land, okay, how they meet? They don't meet. This is not meeting. So Allah is saying to the Muslims, I put the land to stop the fresh water to be mixed with the salty water. Now even the salty water and the fresh water, by the way, when they meet for real, like when the river go inside the ocean, they mix. It's a fact, it's true. But because there is a current of water, it might take some time because the water is coming. You know, there is more water is coming. And you can try something very simple. You can color some fresh water with ink and get a fish tank if you have any, and make the fish tank salty water tank, and put a drop of the fresh water which is mixed with ink inside the salty water, and you will see the ink will be all over, which means the fresh water will be mixed all over. This is something very stupid to say. The current will let the fresh water stay fresh. But anyway, the verse, it's not talking about this at all. Have nothing to do with this in any way. But the Muslim is a Muslim. He have to support his religion by lies. And the other mistake in here, he is calling the fresh water a sea and the salty water a sea, which is false because there is no fresh water of sea. And you cannot call the fresh water sea. It's a sea. How it's going to be sea? I don't know. What the word seas mean? Now we will show you another mistake in here. I'm sure Muslims, as always, when they read, they don't use their brain. In here you will see, as long as he's talking about two seas, and from their mouth, not from mine, saying that those are the fresh water and the salty water. If we go to the verse, not this one, we will see the following. There cometh forth from both of them the pearl and the coral. Here we go. Look at this, God and His knowledge. From both of them, which means from the fresh water and from the salty water. Now go and do a little search and laugh with me, and you will see that coral don't exist in a fresh water. Ever, never. And remember, it says from both of them. We got what? We got pearl and coral. So both of them, they provide us pearls and coral. If you take the word coral and post it anywhere you want in Google or in Wikipedia, anywhere you want, you will see that coral only exists in the salty water. So take your time and go and do some search about where the coral can grow or where it exists. You will see it's only and it's a must in the salty water. And this is just another mistake showing you that the Quran cannot be the book of God. And again, we remember in the first and the beginning of the video of this guy Zakaria Naik, he said,
for any book to claim that it is a revelation from Almighty God, it should stand the test of time.
And as you see, the book of the Quran don't stand the test of time in any measure. Follow with me with the coming video. Christ is Lord. Islam made by a dummy for dummies. Ameen. Bye-bye.